So we made it to London.
Use all available doors, use all available space for carriages. Thank you very much. If you're traveling to central London, the train...
That's called Tower Bridge, because London Bridge is so plain, people think that can't be London Bridge, that's London Bridge. That's Tower Bridge, that's not London Bridge. It's quite funny because I get sometimes in a couple of visitors, there was one family.
We decided to walk on the Tower Bridge, and I'm really glad we did. We got some really cool views. There's us enjoying the walk, my parents behind us, Broderick next to me. In this clip, we're walking to the restaurant that we're gonna eat at for my birthday. It was actually my birthday when we landed in London, so that was a really nice treat. And this is us enjoying the food that we ordered. It was delicious, and it was only a 10-minute walk away from our Airbnb. This is the view from our Airbnb. We stayed in the neighborhood Shoreditch, and it's a really fun, vibrant, trendy type of neighborhood. And we were really close to our train stop, so that was really convenient for us. So we headed to Stonehenge, an ancient prehistoric site that is in a town 2 hours outside of London via train, and here it is. You can't actually go up to the stones and touch them. That requires a advanced special reservation that we didn't do, so we just viewed it from afar. It wouldn't be London without having a cup of tea. So there you go. We took a private walking tour in London, and I definitely recommend it for anyone who's a first-time visitor like us. It was really helpful to see things from a local perspective, and it allowed us to plan out the rest of our time there. So it's really helpful when you have a short amount of time in each city to get an idea of what kinds of things interest you. So I felt that the walking tour was very helpful in doing that. This is Westminster Abbey. The clip before this was also Westminster Abbey, just a different part of it. I think this place is pretty well known in pop culture. This is where the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge got married and where Princess Diana had her funeral. Here's the House of Parliament on the left here, I think. I'm so sorry if I'm wrong. And then just panning over to what's around it. We made it to Buckingham Palace. After our walking tour ended, our tour guide John pointed us in the direction of other noteworthy places we could check out, and Buckingham Palace was on that list. So we made it over with his cute little map drawing, and our phones helped guide us too. So here it is, Buckingham Palace, where the Queen lives. My mom has no idea that I'm trying to take a video clip. It was really funny. Roderick celebrated his birthday on this trip too, so happy birthday, Roderick. You're the best. Love you forever. All right, on to the next destination. So we made it to Rome. We also took a private walking tour here, and we got to see the Trevi Fountain, the Spanish Steps, the Colosseum, and all sorts of other things that's great to see in Rome. A running theme you might notice here is that a lot of the sites that we go to aren't very crowded, or there isn't a large group of people around. And that's because we're traveling in the off season. This is the beginning of November, so It's a good tip to know if you're traveling and you want to make sure you get to see some sights without this big crazy crowd and the weather being fairly decent. Go in the off season. There's me and my parents. We're enjoying our time. Roderick is so graciously videotaping for me. Shortly after that clip, it actually started to rain really hard, so the ground is really wet, and we had to wait it out a little bit before the rain stopped, but it was very quick. This is part of the underground city that our tour guide Nico showed us. There was a lot of cats that lived there. It was really random to see that. We also saw the Pantheon. We tried Roman style pizza. We learned about the amount of obelisks that are in Rome. That was an interesting fact to know about Rome. We also went to Vatican City and went all around St. Petersburg Square and got some neat pictures. So that is very meaningful to anyone who is practicing Catholicism or just a Pope enthusiast. So there you go. That's Rome. This is a government building that I don't know what it's called, but it looks really grand and Roman, so we wanted to take some videos here. Have you ever heard the expression when in Rome? We asked our tour guide about it, and he actually said he's never heard that phrase used in Rome, so he thinks it's really funny that it caught on the way it did. He also brought us to this really nice garden oasis type thing in the middle of the city, so that was really neat to see that there was something like this. So we took the train to the last city of our trip, and these are some photos that Roderick and my parents took of me because apparently I always fell asleep. We made it to Paris, the last city in our European vacation. And at this point, we had already been traveling quite a lot. And if you've ever been to those particular cities in Europe, you know that it's very fast paced and go, go, go. This isn't exactly the quiet and tranquil, relaxing vacation. It's a very busy and active vacation. So that is something noteworthy if you're going to travel. You will be walking a lot. We still had a private walking tour in Paris and we saw the Louvre and the Eiffel Tower earlier. This is the Royal Palace. I was feeling kind of uncomfortable because of my cold, but I still enjoyed it. Yes, we went to McDonald's in Paris. We had to try it out. I mean, why not? They served these wedges with this white sauce that wasn't ranch, and we were expecting it to be ranch, but it wasn't. It was delicious. This is in the Galerie Lafayette. It's a luxury high-end department store in Paris, and this is the glass catwalk they have on one of the floors. Below, you can see everyone shopping, and then up above, there's this beautiful dome that you can look at. And then this is also Galerie Lafayette on the rooftop, and there's glass railings all around. So that was Paris. But there's actually something else that happened, and it's really exciting. After Roderick proposed, my parents wanted to take a photo, but instead they got this video clip. It was really funny.